We're going to go live with this Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony. See if anyone comes into the room and talks about it. How do you feel? As soon as someone comes into the room, we can start talking about it. If anyone comes into the room, my few subscribers that I do have. I know how I feel about it. And I guess I'll start talking about it just so it'll be a video for later. Alright, so Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. Carmelo Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf in the heart after he told him, or after he said, if you touch me, said don't touch me or something like that, and you're gonna see what's gonna happen. Basically, he was warning the dude not to touch him. See, that's the problem with a whole lot of fucking people. They think they could put their hands on someone and get away with it. You know, if someone put their hands on me, I'm definitely gonna try to kill you. I'm definitely gonna try to kill you. That's just how I feel. Alright, so let's listen to this here. We're gonna listen to some of these let's listen to this here. Let's listen to one newscast.
The high school athlete accused of stabbing and killing another high school athlete at a track meet in Texas is now out on bond. This is video of Carmelo Anthony leaving the county jail per WFAA in Dallas. A judge lowered his bond by a major amount this week. And a fundraising site has raised more than $416,000 for his legal defense, even after he allegedly told police he did it, leaving a brother to die in his twin's arms after he was allegedly stabbed in the heart. We're on the case.
Wow, they make it seem like it's Austin Metcalf's, like it's Carmelo Anthony's fault that the dude got stabbed in the heart. That's what they make it seem like. Just listen to that news report. Let's listen to it again.
The high school athlete accused of stabbing and killing another.
There's no accused. He did it, and he said he did it. So it's not. He knew what he was doing. He was defending himself.
High school athlete at a track meet in Texas is now out on bond. This is video of Carmelo Anthony leaving the county jail per WFAA in Dallas. A judge lowered his bond by a major amount this week. And a fundraising site.
The dude never committed a crime. He was a straight A student. He was playing sports. He wasn't dealing drugs. But let's continue with how they made this dude to be out a real bad guy.
It has raised more than $416,000 for his legal defense, even after he allegedly told police he did it, leaving a brother.
Yeah, he did it. He stabbed a dude in the chest. The dude tried to put his hands on him, so he put a knife in his chest.
To die in his twin's arms after he was allegedly stabbed in the heart. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
The twin didn't try to do anything? I doubt that the twin didn't try to do anything. So Anthony just stabbed the dude in the chest, and he fell in his brother's arms, and he died in his brother's arms. Okay. Didn't try to chase him down or nothing, huh? Okay. So a lot of story ain't being told.
Cases like the one that we're talking about right now get lives of their own when people use them to talk about issues like self-defense.
No, yeah, self-defense, but it's not even that. That's not what people should be talking about. People should be talking about stay the fuck out of my circle. Don't put your hands on me, period. That's what people should be talking about. Fuck that self-defense shit. Just don't put your fucking hands on me.
And race in America.
Nah,
That is
everyone's making this out to be race, but this isn't about race. This is about one boy decided to put his hands on another boy. And the other boy decided to kill him. Anybody put their hands on me, I'm going to try to kill you. Period.
exactly what's happening in the case of Carmelo Anthony, a high school sports star, now an accused murderer. A judge lowered Anthony's bond from $1 million down to $250,000 this week. This is the new video per WFAA in Dallas of Anthony walking free. He will have to wear a GPS monitor, be on house arrest, check in with the court each week, and if he doesn't do that, he'll go back into custody. We have the probable cause documents from police that lay out what officers say happened when they responded to a high school track meet in the middle of the day on April 2nd for the report of a stabbing. One officer writes that when he first made contact with Anthony and told him to put his hands in the air, Anthony allegedly said, "I was protecting myself." The officer said that Anthony then told him, quote, "He put his hands on me." And when the officer said he had the alleged suspect in custody, Anthony allegedly said, quote, "I'm not alleged, I did it."
Yeah.
Several witnesses also.
He's not alleged. He did it. He didn't deny anything. He's not denying anything in guilt at all. He defended himself.
Came forward to tell police what they saw, and we'll dive into their accounts in just a moment. But I want to first talk about the victim in this case. His name is Austin Metcalf.
Really, you believe Austin Metcalf is the victim here? Austin Metcalf put his hands on somebody, but now he's the victim. Okay. Okay.
Metcalf was there to compete in this track meet as well. He was a high school football star.
A high school football star that was also a bully. That boy was a bully all around. Him and his brother were bullies. But he's a victim now. Bully turned victim. Alrighty.
In his own right, he was a junior at Frisco's Memorial High School. He was team MVP of the football season last year, and his dad says he had a 4.0 GPA in the classroom. He was planning on playing college football. When you look at his social media, you can see he was serious about it. Austin posted multiple pics from recruiting trips to places like the University of Arkansas. That is a big-time Division I school. The suspect, Carmelo Anthony, he was captain of his high school's football team. That was Frisco's Centennial.
Buy an heirloom mattress and
Yep.
get a massage chair free.
Oh, baby. Things people love. Having your information freely available on the internet makes it easier for anyone to impersonate you online or even try to find you in real life. You want to get your name, age, email, phone number, and home address off of the internet. There are hundreds of these sites, but a data removal service like Aptree can speed up the process for you and give you automated ongoing protection. Aptree was the #1 highest performing service in a recent study by Consumer Reports and voted PC Mag Editor's Choice for 3 years in a row.
Just give me a second when these ads are done.
Dallas College. She comes from a family that always likes to be first.
High School, which is just about a 14-minute drive away from where Metcalf went to school. These two schools separated by roughly 7 miles.
Carmelo Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas.
This is video of Anthony mic'd up at a tournament that he linked to on his X account. On social media, Anthony shows that he was getting offers to play college football. Here are the posts from 2 Division III schools that apparently wanted him on their team. On Anthony's Huddle profile page, which is a social media platform for football players, Anthony made his bio, quote, "God has shown you the right path, just take it." Anthony's path on April 2nd led him to a confrontation with Austin Metcalf that could put him in jail for the rest of his life. So here's what we know based off what police say happened. Multiple schools were competing in this track meet that had to be delayed because of weather. If you've ever run track, typically all the schools involved have their spots around the track where they hang out between events, and in this case, where they were waiting out some weather. Austin's team apparently had a tent, and Anthony went under that tent, and somehow words were exchanged and Anthony was told to leave. In the probable cause document, witnesses say Anthony reaches into his bag and says, quote, "Touch me and see what happens." Austin then touches Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony then, according to witnesses, says, "Punch me and see what happens." Austin then grabbed Anthony again, and that is when a witness says Anthony takes a knife out and stabs Austin Metcalf in the chest. Austin then grabs his chest.
It doesn't matter. You touch somebody, just know you might lose your life. Don't ever put your hands on somebody, whether it's a touch, a slap, a poke. Just don't touch nobody. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. So let's talk about this. Austin Metcalf and his brother have been bullies. They've been bullies. Carmelo Anthony targeted this dude. It's his rival. He targeted this dude. There's a reason why this dude had targeted this dude. Premeditated. Yeah, it was premeditated. He brought a knife and he sat in his chair, in his specific chair, and he stabbed that dude. Now you gotta ask yourself why. Why? And the only thing that you can come up with, if you ask yourself why, is this dude has probably been antagonizing this boy, bullying this boy for a long time. And he's probably a known bully. I've heard that this dude was a known bully, him and his brother. But that's besides the fact of what really went down. What really went down is he put his hands on him. Carmelo Anthony was a honor roll, a straight A student. Played sports, didn't do drugs, wasn't into crime, wasn't a thug. And he was trying to find shelter from the rain. Yet these boys wanted to bully him out of the tent and tell him to get the hell. That sounds like some sportsmanship shit right there. Boy, was great sportsmanship. Bully someone and kick him out in the rain. Kick him from under your tent because that's your tent. And put your hands on him. Threaten him. And he was warned, don't put your hands on me. He put his hands on him. He said, don't punch me. He punched him. He got stabbed in the damn heart. People are going to say, oh, we're raising, a generation of pussies. Not just the people. Society. Everything. Driving people crazy. Gas prices. Politics. Religion. You name it. Just driving people crazy. Just keep your fucking hands off of people, period. Oh, we're raising a generation of pussies. Yeah, we really are. But if you don't understand that in this day and age, you is a dumb motherfucker. That you think that these little soft-ass boys today are going to be as hard as us back in the day. And just put up their hands to fight. No, these boys are killing today. This is why I say keep your fucking hands off people. These things are considered lethal weapons. Some of us have these registered as lethal weapons. You can kill somebody with this, just like you can kill somebody with a knife. So you put your hands on me, know that I'm going to try to kill you because you're trying to kill me. That's just the way it goes. Yeah. So my question to you is, if you believe that Austin Metcalf is wrong, or you believe that Carmelo Anthony is wrong, let me ask you this question. If you and your wife were getting into an argument and you put your hands on her, huh? You better fucking not. You better not. Don't put your hands on her. Because then she has every right to defend herself. Right? Of course. Ever since O.J. Simpson, men have been going to prison for putting their hands on other people. Of course you wouldn't. Just because you and your wife get into a heated argument don't mean you put your hands on her. And just because Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony were getting into a heated argument didn't give Austin Metcalf the right to put his fucking hands on that boy. And I don't give a fuck what all you say. Oh, it was premeditated. Yeah, it was premeditated. Boy knew what he was doing. He was ready. He was prepared. That's the whole point of having a weapon. The whole point of owning a gun, owning a knife. And this is what they want you guys to fight over. See, a lot of motherfucking people think that they could just raise their hands and fight people and get away with that shit. I'm sorry to tell y'all, you motherfuckers are uninformed. You put your hand on somebody like me, and I swear to God, I'm going to try to kill you. Now, unless I know you, unless you're a friend, and I allow you to put your hands on me, and I let you get away with that shit, that's different. If you're a family member, and I let you hit me, that's different. But if you're a stranger, and you try to put your hands on me, you're going to fucking die. That's just all there is to it. There's no questioning. There's no self-defense. It's just life. It has become now a life and death situation. If you decide to put your hands on me and the intention is to hurt me, to harm me, to move me from my spot by force, that means you're trying to hurt me. You're trying to kill me. And I'm going to fucking kill you. We don't know what the intention is behind what people do. But I know what my intention is. I'm going to fucking kill you. So I don't care how you people feel. I don't give a fuck about your emotions. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Keep your fucking hands off of other people. And the way they're like, oh, Austin Metcalf, he's a victim. No, he wasn't the victim. He committed a crime. He put his hands on somebody else. He sure in the fuck did. That's a crime. If you were to put your hands on the president with ill intention, you think you'd be walking around free right now? Fuck though, you probably had like 20 years in prison. You tell this boy was a bully.
Tensions deepening between two Texas families, torn apart by a deadly high school track meet stabbing, now playing out in public view. Jeff Metcalf, the father of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, who was killed earlier this month, crashing a news conference on Thursday, held with the family of his alleged killer, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony. Metcalf, wearing dark sunglasses, escorted away by police. He has not commented since his appearance, but spoke to NBC's Dallas-Fort Worth station KXAS earlier this month.
You know what? I already forgive this person. Already.
Yeah, you have to forgive that person because you raised the bully. From what I'm hearing.
God takes care of things.
After Metcalf was let out on Thursday, Anthony...
There's no way you can forgive that person already. If you forgave that person already, you don't give a shit about your son.
These parents...
It takes time. You're human. You can't just forgive just like that. You're crazy if you do.
Addressing...
Or something is wrong. Or you know that you did something wrong.
Cameras.
To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you.
Kayla Hayes, Anthony's mother, offering her sympathies, but also detailing the public backlash against her own family in her first comments since the stabbing.
Yep. That's what's going to happen. Backlash on the family. Because boy couldn't keep his hands off somebody else. You know, the one superpower I keep telling people that we have that saves lives is being super nice. That is a true superpower. You know, instead of telling Carmelo Anthony, get out from under our tent and go soak in the rain, you could have been nice and be like, it's okay, you can sit under our tent so you don't get wet, buddy. But nah, you want to force that dude and put your hands on him. Force him out from the shelter. You know you can go to prison if you leave somebody out in the cold. You know that? You can go to prison if you leave somebody out in the cold and they come knocking at your door in below temperatures and you leave them out in the cold. You can go to prison for that. And that's also reversed for extreme heat. If somebody comes knocking on your door for shelter and you just leave them out there purposely, you can go to prison for that. I bet y'all didn't know that. Like I said, the one true superpower is actually being super nice. That shit would have saved lives, man. That would have saved his life if he was actually super nice. But you want to know what probably his coach and his dad gave him, that toxic masculinity attitude. Nah, this is our tent. Get the fuck from out of here. If you don't get from out of here, I'm going to use force. I'm going to put my hands on you. He warned him and said, don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. You're going to see what's going to happen if you do. I'm going to use self-defense. And you're going to die. It's like a dude, I was taking out trash when I was working in Pittsburgh. Taking out trash in the back alleyway. You know, in Pittsburgh, like New York, they got back alleyways all around that motherfucker. Taking out the trash in the back alleyway, he going to pull out a little razor blade on me. A knife with a razor blade. I pulled out a real fucking knife, a switchblade, and the blade was that big. I told him I was like, yeah, you can slice me up, but I'm gonna juke you in your fucking chest, and I'm gonna juke you in your heart, and you're gonna die. You can slice me up all you want, but I had a big ass switchblade in my pocket. I pulled that bitch out. It was about this fucking long, and I showed it to him. He had a little knife with a razor blade stuck to it. One of them putty blades or something. I told him, I was like, you can slice me, you can cut me, but I'm gonna kill you. And he walked the fuck off. And the cops caught him. The cops caught him. Pittsburgh, Penn Station sub, you can look it up. Maybe it's in the paper somewhere. They caught him. I didn't go to court for him though. I let that motherfucker walk. I just wanted him to learn his lesson. You'll get caught, motherfucker. Cops caught him. By that time, when it was time for me to go to court, I had to leave Pittsburgh because I had to move. It was in 2014. Sure the fuck was. He pulled out his little knife on me, a little cutting knife, and I pulled out my big ass blade, and I said, I told him straight up. We was in the back alley, just me and him. I said, you could cut me all you want, but I promise you this blade is going in you. And I'm going to hit an organ, and you going to fucking die. And he walked the fuck off. So this is why I'm making this video, man. It ain't about race. Because I honestly, they say, oh, Carmelo Anthony is racist. He don't like white people. Well, if that was the case, the first white person that walked up on him, he would have killed him right then and there. It had nothing to do with race. The dude wasn't racist at all. I believe that Austin Metcalf was bullying this boy. And has been bullying this boy, him and his brother. And he got tired of it. And he sat there in his chair and he said, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm warning you. And he touched him. He gave him another chance. He said, don't punch me. And when he went to go to the punching, he got fucking stabbed. So yeah, this is my video, man. Type what you want in the comments. Whatever you want to type, how you feel. You're emotional? I'm not emotional. I don't give a shit either way about any of these families. I don't care. I have nothing invested in this. I just want to let people know to keep your fucking hands to yourself. And also let people know that being super nice is a superpower. And being super nice will and can save lives. Peace the fuck out.